What's happening, everyone? Al Siebes here, and I have a huge update today on the second stimulus checks going out. That's right, they are going out. We're going to have updates on when they're going out, how they're going out. We're going to hear from the U.S. Treasury Secretary and some of his comments on it, and everything all packed into one quick episode here. Check it out. All right, so here we go. So the stimulus checks have been approved at the $600 amount. I love what Meet Kevin said about that. It's not as much of a stimulus as maybe it is an antidepressant. Check out what some of my favorite Twitter feeds were on this stimulus check. Right here, Joe says, for the next stimulus check, you'll need to sell a certain amount of these chocolates just to get it. And here is a picture of Joy's rendition of the second stimulus check. A little slice of pizza. That's great. Meg says this gonna be the next stimulus, and it's a bunch of coupons for Whoppers. Right here, Tynanosaurus says the next stimulus is gonna be $40 Kohl's cash, valid between January 3rd and 7th only. Does that drive you crazy? Like when you get those kind of coupons, or actually it's usually cash back. Like I get cash back from Best Buy or from wherever, and the cash back reward that I get is only valid between this date and this date, and I never make it. It never works. But that's how she's interpreting the stimulus check here. I love Victor's here. The next stimulus check is just a piece of paper that says, good luck. How about this one? The next stimulus package is a national raffle for a $20 Amazon gift card if you complete the following survey. Oh man. Big dumb idiot here says, breaking news, Congress has announced the next round of stimulus will be a pizza party. Breaking news from Derek, Congress announces the next round of COVID stimulus will be a $10 gift card from Chick-fil-A. People are losing their minds because, first of all, this has taken forever to get this approved. Forever. And now that it's approved, it's a $600 check. And so that for the people that are behind on months of rent, or businesses or behind, self-employed individuals behind on months and months and months of bills because of staying at home, and they're getting a $600 coupon apparently. But there's also the flip side to this, that what we're gonna get into here shortly is this money is coming fast, and it's hoping that when it arrives, the government is hoping that it's going to arrive and be spent to stimulate the economy, because $1 spent can travel through many times over, is the thinking behind it, and I believe that's true. So here we go. The bill. First of all, I'm going to link you down below. As I mentioned before, Meet Kevin's been killing on this. He's been doing multiple updates on this stimulus check daily, and did a live, like over a 1-hour episode earlier today, going through this bill. And I'm going to link you to the bill on his website. It's meetkevin.com, I think /bill, but I'll put the link down below so that you can see it. This bill is 5,593 pages. 5,593 pages. And that might be part of the reason why it's like so complicated for the different parties and interests to work together and come to an agreement on something like this. But man, were they motivated. They worked through the weekend this last weekend because they had to get this done before the holidays, because the government was facing possible shutdown and all kinds of complications that they did not want to go into the holidays with. So that is on that link, 5,593 pages of it. You can check it out, print it out. Now don't print it out. You will like kill a whole forest. Do not print it out. Just check it out, all right? So that is there. Let's go over some of the highlights right now. Who's going to get a check? How's this money going to get distributed? When's it going to get distributed? Let's look at that right now. So here we go. All right, here we go. So the slim down checks are worth $600 for individuals earning up to $75,000 and couples earning up to $150,000. Half the value of the first round of checks issued under the coronavirus aid. So remember, original checks were $1,200, now we're at $600 at half the value. Taxpayers will also receive an additional $600 for each child under the age of 17. So many Americans and economists have said that a one-time $600 payment is not enough to make up for the months of missed rent and other bills, but the package also includes enhanced unemployment benefits and funding for increased food aid and emergency rental assistance. Now, a way that a lot of this is going to unfold, let's look at it right now. The check is going to be $600, as we mentioned, but if you're in that category above the $75,000 in income or married over $150,000 income, that check amount decreases $5 for every $100 in income above those thresholds, and the check completely phases out at $87,000 for individuals and $174,000 for couples. Dependents under the age of 17 are also eligible for $600 checks. So if you're a dependent above the age of 17, unfortunately, the check is not eligible in your demographic. There's no cap on the number a household can receive. And if a single person earned $50,000 in 2019 and has 4 children under the age of 17, that individual will be eligible for a $3,000 payment. Okay? Who is eligible to receive these payments? You need a Social Security number to qualify for the relief check. So once again, adult dependents do not qualify for the check. Now, are the checks taxed? That's a question I've heard before. They are not considered taxable income. Now, when will the checks be sent out? Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin told CNBC on Monday that checks could start being sent out as early as next week. Let's check out some of the comments from him here.
On our air, Senator Toomey said, wait a second, on the 600, that there are 93% of the people are employed in this country, and a lot of those people are going to get $600, and whether that's fair or whether it should go to people only who don't have jobs.
Well, I think, as you know, the good news is this is a very, very fast way of getting money into the economy. And again, let me emphasize that people are going to see this money the beginning of next week. So it's very fast. It's money that gets recirculated in the economy. So people go out and spend this money, and that helps small business, and that helps getting more people back to work. Now, you're right. The good news is unemployment has come way down. So I think, as you know, we were worried about something like a Great Depression again earlier in the year. But this is now much more targeted. I expect it's needed in a short period of time, and I think this will take us through the recovery.
The money is going to be efficiently. Now, remember last time when they said that? I mean, it was kind of chaos, and some people were waiting months for their check, and the IRS was trying to verify people's information, but they're trying to get it out as efficiently as possible. I think he said like before the holidays. I think he means like before New Year's Day probably, but they are going to try to stimulate the economy by getting this check out within the next week. That's huge. That is a huge update and huge news. So stay tuned. We'll have some further updates on this. If this has been helpful to you, like this video, subscribe to our channel. We have real estate, financial, lifestyle hacks that we're going to be covering, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.